So here in this video you will not hear very good sound quality, but you're gonna hear my DJ voice. I've been working on my DJ voice for a long time. Now our microphone it's died, but we found out that we can just use the regular microphone of this camera to discuss the importance of your voice. Now most of the people don't like their voices. Yeah, now you have to start talking now. Yeah, I'm gonna use this selfie stick to
adjust the right angle to see our faces. Oh my god, this is such a horrible angle.
Later on we're gonna discuss the angle in photography and how to make yourself beautiful by taking a selfie. There are certain angles that can make you more beautiful. There are certain angles that makes you not so beautiful. But we are discussing the voice now. Let's focus on the voice. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have my radio voice in English, and I think the reason certain people don't like their voices, as you said, because they're not used to hearing their voices, recorded voices. Yeah.
This is a known phenomenon. It's your voice would sound one octave higher than in real life. When you're recording it, you're gonna be hearing your pitch voice. Yeah, this is how you hear your voice. This is your voice. I'm talking nice, but once you record yourself and you hear it, it looks like I'm talking nice. Yeah. So now let's discuss the voice. What are the practical tips to work on your voice? Yeah. And she had like a very good point that inspired me to do this video. How immigrants deal with their voice when they try to communicate in English. Very interesting.
Not necessarily immigrants, but any foreigner who tries to speak another language. He or she is using his native language intonation. For example, in Russian, I am a Russian speaker, and Russian speakers tend to be very monotonous. So there's no,
variety of the voice.
The diapason of our, let's say, voice is almost like flat, and we speak here, like I can't explain it.
Tell them about the movie. What happened? We was watching a movie in Netflix yesterday, which was supposedly like some big movie in the
Russian
Netflix,
production.
but it was Russian production. It was a zombie movie, and the magic happened when we switched from English to Russian. Tell them what happened. Like your first exclamation was like, "Wow! Now I understand it." It was something like this, right?
Yeah, it's just I'm not a big fan of dubbed movies because it just steals the acting skills from original actors. Even though some skillful voiceover actors can dub this movie, it's not the same. So yeah, originally the movie started with the English voiceover, which was once we changed the language of the movie, yeah, was more natural. It was Russian speakers with their own intonation, with their nice voices, and yeah, it's important. I think it's important for people who try to speak foreign language to try to adopt foreign intonation as well. And it's very easy for people with ear to music, people who are musicians, singers. It's very natural for them to mimic it. And it's not easy for people like me, for example, because I can't sing and I'm not very, I would say,
Моя звезда, моя
I'm a horrible
звезда.
singer.
Okay, now I want to put like an interesting point here. There There are some people in America, for example, that speak so-called bilingual. They are bilinguals, and that is like completely different perspective from a person that came into a new country and tried to learn the language. There is a significant difference. If you grow up in an environment that you can naturally learn 2 or 3 languages. Let's say you are in Germany, but your parents are from Egypt, so you will naturally know German and Egyptian uh, very, very well, not in grammar and stuff, but in intonation, and that is a different story than if your parents was from Egypt and they moved to Germany, and then you had to learn German when you was like 15 or 20 years old. Then it will be a different thing. So here in multicultural places such as United States of America, people do have a slight advantage about the voice, the intonation. The common would be a person that is it's growing in Hispanic family, but is forced to use English because it's the official language. So now, all of a sudden, this Spanish guy or a girl, they can use their voice in cultural ways. Like the cultural way would be how American person talks, and as well they will know very well the intonation of how a Hispanic person talks. Let's say you are a Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
and then you will be a master of the voice because at one side you will know the English intonation, because we are product of our culture. You will have the TV voice or whatever, but when it comes to some Spanish matters, you will be, ay Dio mio, I cannot even do it, but the Puerto Rican.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Yeah, but I mean, you see, we are just foreigners that came here and we're trying just to imitate, and you can always catch these little subtle, is the person imitating this or is the person
Natural.
natively natural?
Yeah.
Because they learn these 2 languages when they was kids, or even 3, or even some kids learn like 5 languages. I'm like, some kids has this, they don't know it at this point, but when they grew up, they like, wow, I speak English, German, French, and Spanish, and Chinese, and that is a big, big advantage to naturally learn the language rather than to go in another country and try to communicate by mastering, or at least trying to master the voice, the intonation, the grammar, and the pronunciation. Yeah. What do you say about that?
Oh, what can I say? Yeah, it's definitely very beneficial if you guys had the chance to. I really hate the angle.
I'm trying to make it more regular.
If you guys had a chance to naturally learn a couple of languages. As for me, I went to college, to university, and my major was languages. I am a translator, so I've learned Swedish, I've learned English, Romanian, and I'm a native Russian speaker, I would say. So, I remember when my Swedish professor, he told us, guys, if you want Swedish people to take you seriously, you've gotta learn this melody of Swedish language, which is like something out of this planet. It's such a weird language. The way it sounds, it's a beautiful language.
Say something in Swedish. What is going to be like the melody of the Swedish? Compose like one. Do it bad and do it good. That's a task, yeah?
I remember that sentence. Our teacher was trying to give us as an example. The sentence was, I am married and I have 3 kids. And as a Russian speakers, we were saying it. Jag är gift Oho, trebon. And he said, no, you sound like Russian, like totally, totally forget it. You have to learn it like a song. Yo yiftoho trebon, yo yiftoho trebon, yo yiftoho trebon. So that's how we learn English phonetics as well. Hi, Mary. Say hello to Jerry. Tell him I miss him. And we had this tapes, cassettes. Everybody had a cassette. We took them home and we were learning short dialogues by heart, trying to catch the intonation. It's getting late and I have to go. I really hate to say goodbye. And it was like a song. It was so weird. And guess what? I still somehow never caught this intonation. I still use my Russian intonation when I speak English. And it has everything to do with the fact that I started to learn when I was an adult. I was 18, 19. But my daughter told me that there's something called like speech therapy. People who can fix your accent, people who can fix your pronunciation and your intonation. And I don't know. I actually know a person who took this class and she's accent free. So should we?
Thank you, Karen. You said it so beautifully. Yeah, there are classes, there are speakers, there are accent coaches, there are vocal coaches, there are coaches for singing. So yeah, that's a practical advice. You can sign up. I know one. His name is Roger Love. He's the best one, but there are many others. I personally never tried to get rid of my accent.
You shouldn't. A lot of American people I met, and I was a little, in the beginning when I just moved to the United States of America, I was very concerned about my accent to the point that I was sweating and I'm like, oh my God, I sound horrible. I can hear this thick Russian accent. And people were saying like, don't you ever get rid of your beautiful accent. It makes you so unique. So it's not a bad thing that you guys have accents just like we do. It makes you unique, and people here in the United States of America, they don't really care about your accent. And this is the beautiful thing. It's not Sweden. It's not Swedish people who are not gonna take you seriously, even though those are amazing people. I live there and I love this nation. But here in America, everybody has an accent. Boston, New York, Texas, they can barely understand each other. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And if you guys don't like your voice, what will be the practical advice?
Karen, I agree to disagree. I think this is my opinion. I think everybody who is immigrant, such as myself and her, I think they should do a constant and conscious effort to get rid of their accent.
Seriously?
But yeah, seriously. But there's a little twist in my train of thought here. Now they should get rid of it for the pleasure of the native speakers, just for their pleasure. It doesn't mean they cannot use it. Get rid of an accent does not mean you lose the accent. It's just that it's better to have no accent and sometimes to turn on the accent when you want to make an impact. For example, in a social situation, you can show up as perfectly speaking English person, which I'm not, for example, because I have the accent. But if I master this skill to not have an accent, I will communicate 100 times better than any native person. And then I can turn on and off my accent, and that would be even could be even funny. You know, I can say, hey, let me put my Russian accent now. Yeah, it is good to have no accent. The concept here is, if you don't have accent, it does not mean that you cannot turn it on. You can always turn on the accent, but it's also good to not have it. So why not get rid of the accent and just keep a couple of accents? You can have the Texas accent, And we do not know what is this called, the standard American pronunciation. That should be, I think it's agreed that would be Chicago kind of talk, or a proper English. I think is the Chicago area was, I don't know, I'm not quite sure, maybe it was Pennsylvania or Chicago, but there are some areas that are considered even amongst the US population that would be more proper than some other regions. For example, the southern language, the southern pronunciation is known to be the dream of a salesperson. Every salesperson wants to talk like a southerner. That has to do with you know, the cultural biases that people have towards southern people, because they may be more, these people are more pleasant people, and that's why if you are a salesperson, you should go and learn the way the southerners talk. Grant Cardone, for example, he's a southerner. He comes from the south. So naturally for him, he has this well-developed selling language. Yeah. So also what you're trying to do with your language, it's another thing. The intent behind your words. Wasn't it be wonderful to have the radio voice when you have to do the advertisement and blah blah blah? Yeah, that would be good. You know, the intent of the voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree that
Just want to make you ugly. Yeah.
some people they want to.
You have such a big nose. Your nose is sticking in the. Yeah.
If you're an actor, then you should probably get rid of your accent. If you're a radio DJ, maybe.
Oh yeah, if you're an actor, you have no way. You have to go to these classes for sure.
No, but there are so many Hollywood celebrities with accents.
No.
Well, what's her name? Penelope Cruz. She has a thick Spanish accent, and
Yeah, but that is
Beautiful.
not because half of the population is watching, and they understand her native kind of. Yeah, she has like a Spanish accent, not American Spanish, but Spanish. Yeah, maybe there are some exception of the rules.
then Antonio Banderas. It's another example.
Yeah, but you know, if we are talking about, let's say you are Chinese, you have the Chinese accent, and you try to go to Hollywood, forget about it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you can get like the role of the Chinese guy or the Chinese girl here and there, but is not gonna help you to get big. I mean, like Antonio Banderas, kind of, you know.
But remember when
There is one guy, Chinese actor, who is like super big.
Jackie Chan?
Not Jackie Chan, it's another one. But he is so big, but he's only big in China. He's bigger than Jackie Chan, but it's only in China. He's another karate master.
Oh, didn't
Yeah,
know about that.
yeah, you didn't know. I know about this guy. He's so popular. He's handsome. He's so popular. I forgot his name, but he's so popular in China, bigger than. He's number one actor in China. But all the movies are targeting the Chinese market. Yeah.
I was just about to say, but that at the end of the day, it's not how you speak, it's what you have to offer. So don't you guys get
Dare.
confused and I don't know, ashamed of your accents, because we all have been through it, and it's just not worth it. And just once you focus on your accent and your pronunciation, guess what? Another process which is responsible for the quality, I don't know, of thought expression and all that stuff suffers. So just be yourself. Embrace yourself with your beautiful accent. Or ugly accents.
Fantastic. And Yoda. You know the Yoda character, he talks very nicely. Yoda have like this unique voice. And everybody understands Yoda. Yoda from Star Wars, you know
Yeah,
what he said? How he speaks.
I don't know.
Yoda speaks slightly backwards. Not backwards, but he puts words in different grammar. When he say, you have to learn the Force, he doesn't say you have to learn. You have to master the Force. Yoda say, Master the force, you will. Something like this.
Yeah, but the message is still clear.
Yeah, speaking of voice and sounds, something is going on here. I just want to show you what was going on. You see the sound with this guy over there? Yeah, that was the sound of squeaking laundry cart. Tell them now to subscribe to the channel.
Okay. You know what I'm about to say.
No,
Guys,
we don't know.
let's-
We don't know.
You know, but
I don't know.
our friends don't know. Yeah, guys, we really appreciate any input. If you like our videos, please press the like button or let us know in the comment below. If you want us to discuss something else in future, you can always give us suggestions, because we will run out of topics one day, and we will really need your help in that. Yeah, thank you for watching our videos. Please subscribe to our channel. Love you. We love you. Do you love them?
Yeah, we love you. We'll never run out of topics. Do not worry about that.